Where's the mic? Oh, thank God, it was a close one. Lord of bloody mercy, already. Instantly. Catastrophe. Catastrophizing. I'm here. Don't worry. It's legitimately fine. It's probably fine. It is fine. It's fine. It's Tuesday. Wow. Okay. Already. It's grey outside. It's raining. It's fire and brimstone already. It's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. It's not. It's Tuesday. It's all right, you know. It's okay. Like we're. Oh no! Oh, look, no, it's not okay. I take it all back. It's a disaster. It's terrible. It's terrifying. It's all. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Where's the iPad? Where are the shoe throwers? Oh no! Where are my sanitary towels? Where's my bag of high strength dingers? Where's my? No, seriously. Where is the iPad though? This is a good question. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm. Welcome all y'all on Facebook. Welcome all y'all on YouTube. Welcome all y'all on Twitch. And welcome all y'all on Threshold.fm. I found the iPad, it's fine. It's all right, disaster averted. We can all stop crying. Young female listeners, please stop weeping. Young male listeners, stop punching holes in drywall. Young lobster listeners, don't stop getting caught in nets. Stop getting caught in lobster cages. Honestly, you're doing yourself a terrible disservice, and you're better than that. Do better. Hey, listen, guys, got a lot of good bits today.
Lobsters.
Got some in terms of shoe throwers. Lot of so what have we got? Oh, new leveler, which I think might be on critical. Maybe. New potential Badboy. This new dub elements. Another bit, going to play another bit off that current value EP. Yeah, because we liked that one, didn't we? Might play London Bass by Mob Tactics again. And there is In Black by Signal and Synergy, which is the B-side of that last bit. Exile is the other side of that. Oh, saucy bits. Off! Yeah, in terms of non-shoe throwers, news-wise, Elvis Presley, fake death because he was an FBI operative. Conspiracist claims. That's going to be fun to get into. Also, in similar conspiracy news, true identity of the Antichrist revealed after Professor uncovers meaning of 666. Keen to find out who that is. That's, I mean, that's a whodunit as old as time itself. That's the woman trying to eat 7 bags of heroin, presumably for a laugh. Battle of the Banners. A bizarre dispute between one woman, her cat, and a building merchant. Travis Perkins depressed my cat. These sort of things come back around. I mean, obviously the original being Freddie Starr ate my hamster. Skrillex ate my dubstep. I don't know. We'll get into it, though. 40 people have been charged with 122 offences at Melbourne vegan protest. That's a bit of a hoot. Thousands of students are advertising themselves online to rich sugar daddies. Keen to get into that. And you can now have a kebab every day from your own home rotisserie. I don't know whether or not... God, that's got 102,000 shares. Jesus, the shares on Lab Bible make the Metro just look like shit. Literally, I mean, we were really... I was rolling out the red carpet for Hartley Parkinson with like 2,000 shares the other day. Like, really, just like, what, come on, Hartley Parkinson, well done, 2,000 shares. Jesus, Smithers here, my boy, my baby boy, my bounding baby boy with biceps as big as Bournemouth, Dominic Smithers, my one and only, my true love, 102,000 shares on the home rotisserie system. I mean, Jesus. Mary and Joseph. Let's get this up on the screen capture. Oh, come on, Chrome. Why are you... There we go. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. I mean, this is what I've dreamed of. I mean, God knows how bad it will make your house smell if you actually had your own kebab in your kitchen. Can you imagine? Oh, God. Oh, Hayley gets wound up with the amount of steak that I cook. I mean, this is taking things to another level. Look at it. Incredible. Daniel James Housewares. I'm not sponsored by them, but that does look like a quality item, doesn't it? It doesn't. It looks like the sort of thing you would buy from a market in like Peterborough or something. I mean, there must be like an actual... I mean, that looks like it literally like it costs 50 quid. And there's not much to it, really, when you think about it. It's got a small motor in there for turning it and a sort of a grill at the back. Simple, isn't it? I mean, but then the best things in life are simple and beautiful. And the home kebabery, you get one of those big knives, the tongs, you get all your salad out, and then you can pack it all in there, and you can go, oh, do I want sauce? Oh, yeah, I'll have garlic mayonnaise. And then you can just get like a giant tub, and you can go just a bit on the side, and then you can just go, and just absolutely swamp the entire thing in garlic mayonnaise, and then just go, oh, fucking ruined it, and then just throw it at your wall, just for a laugh. And put all the salad in your bed or something. Just get one of those big sort of weird bendy chili bits, eat like a bit of it, go, yeah, they're never actually as nice as I remember. And then just throw it at the telly. Brilliant. Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. What else have we got? Skint Mum has made almost 10 grand charging married men to date. I mean, the news cycle, well, I mean, it's clues in the title, it is cyclical. But fashionable articles at the moment are women getting paid to go on dates. Women charging men for stuff, not necessarily sex. This is the students one of, okay, so these female students, they want sugar daddies. They call themselves sugar babies. No. Don't, like, that's a... Yeah, anyway, so they're very popular. These are very popular stories. Also, what are popular stories are men behaving badly on Tinder. Very, very popular. Man, slammed for, such and such list on Tinder or whatever. And then the sort of female version of that is bride slammed for making outrageous wedding requests. Bridezilla slammed by family for, telling guests that no non-vegans are allowed to attend the wedding or something to that effect. So I guess the media are dishing it out equally to men and women, but probably not. I mean, also, today, guys...
Lobsters.
Listener mail is a thing now. I mentioned it yesterday. I wanted people to email in or send direct messages on Facebook or on Discord or on Instagram, wherever you like to send me messages or send me news. You can send me mail there. Tell me, if you've got any comments about the show or about things covered on the show that you would like me to address. I can either read it out with your name or without. And actually had a reasonable amount in. So that's good. So please do send stuff in. You can email it to will@threshold.fm. So we'll get into that. Also, I've been going to this co-working space to do me admin and that because it's got like windows and other people there. And a lot of other DJs go there. A lot of the EDM lot. And yeah, anyway, I've got a story about all of that I'll get into, which is all good banter. It's all good fun. I mean, it's there's basically, I'm telling you, there's a war a brewing between different kinds of trance, and I don't think it's going to be very long until there's blood on the streets. We'll get into that later. Right, look, tune-wise, come on, let's have a shoe thrower. Let's have this dub elements bit. It's called Foreign. Nice bit of gear, all things considered. Reece is straight in with just fuck trance anyway. Let me know where you're listening. Facebook, comment, like, share, please. YouTube, like, comment, share. Twitch, I don't even know what goes down on Twitch. Is anyone listening on Twitch? No. That's Foreign by Dub Elements. I'm a big fan of that. That's nice. That's yeah. I'm a fan. I'm into it, guys. I'm into it. Right, look, let's yomp straight into listener mail because there's actually quite a lot to get through. This is from James Parry. Now, there's a little bit of context and backstory to this. This I actually received last Thursday after Rankin's Records, where James popped up in the chat saying that Ronnie Size had been in his bike shop when he was listening to Rankin's Records, and he'd said, hey, look, well, he goes into it, but anyway, he posted in the chat that Ronnie Size thought I was immature. And I was like, wait, what? Asked him about it, and so he James sent me a message with the backstory, and I asked if I could read it out and include his name. He said it's fine. Oh, I've got there's a picture somewhere as well that goes along with it. Let me find that. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So I'll bring that up in a second. He says, "Hi, Will. Commented earlier today on Rankin's Records about Mr. Size under the name of my boss, Matt Aston Patel. Just wanted to confirm that it was true. He came into the shop for a second time to buy some gloves to replace the ones he had lost after his first visit. I pointed at the computer and told him that I had been getting into a podcast recently by High Rankin, whimsically hoping that we could bond over our mutual love of D&B. He then rolled his eyes and was like, yeah, he's a bit immature. I then said that was one of the things I liked about the show. We had a discussion on the difference between jungle and drum and bass, would you believe? It's not like he can even get on his high horse. I've got a theory. The reason he's called Ronnie Size is because he's the size of the smallest Ronnie in the two Ronnies. I think that's a reasonable theory. I think that's a good hypothesis. Anyway, here's a link to a picture of me and him outside the shop to help back up my claim. And here is said picture outside the aforementioned bike shop. That's Ronnie Size there on the left. That's James Parry on the right. Ronnie Size thinks that I am immature. Well, he does poo-poos in his nap-nap, and if he wasn't such a poopy pants doing poo-poos all the time, then maybe he would see the high level of maturity and just the high level artistry of this show, and maybe he wasn't so busy cleaning up all the poo-poos in his pants that he was that actually I'm the height of maturity. And he needs to...
Get your act together.
Right, okay, good. That's the first bit, Liz. Cheers for sending that in, Parry, and thanks for defending my honour against... Ronnie Size, yeah, you've done a tune, your tune Bumbakita, that's got a sample in it saying Bob the Builder. He like going, Bob the Builder, no, Bob the Builder. All right, who's the immature one now? You're making songs about Bob the Builder? Oh, and I'm the immature one because I made the dubstep song about the cats. Yeah, all right, yeah, thanks, Mr. Size. Love you. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for that, James Parry, and thanks for the photo to back up your claims. That's always nice. If anyone feels the need to... see, people are agreeing in the chat that he does do poo-poos in his nap-nap. Okay, so, there we go. See, it's not fake news, is it? Next is an email here from Sam Bennett. He says, hi, Rankin. Get it? Ha ha, sorry, not sorry. That's off to a good start. Love the show. Listen on the podcast because I have a living to earn, so can't watch the live show. Oh, that's a bit of a neg on the live listeners there. I don't think they're all unemployed. I think a lot of them just listen at work. Okay, anyway, I thought I would email in reference to what you said a few shows ago about how wearing socks and shoes and nothing else makes you more naked than being completely naked. This is true. This is definitely true. However, I believe you could increase the level of nakedness after the further addition of a top hat and an umbrella. Yeah. Ideally, the shoes would be brogues and the socks would have those sock suspender things. This would be a truly fearsome get-up, and would undoubtedly have you chased out of polite society by lunchtime. Let me know what you think about this. Keen to know. Keep up the good work, Sam Bennett. Yes, I agree. I do agree that if you're just wearing socks and shoes and you're otherwise completely naked, that does definitely make you more naked. Well, this is what I said. That makes you more naked than just being completely naked. But the addition of a top hat and an umbrella, yeah, that is quite harrowing. Or what about no socks and shoes? No socks, no shoes, but just a bow tie. Or no, just an ill-fitting t-shirt, nothing on underneath. Yeah, I think it's when you dress the upper half, but then there's nothing on underneath. I think that's more naked than just actual nakedness. Okay, well, thanks for that, Sam. Cheers for getting in touch. This is from... Oh, yeah, so don't read out the name. I don't know why. Hi, Will. You mentioned today on the show 2 urban myths that have done the rounds over the years. I had been told both of them over the years and plenty more to boot. This is the one about those... This was yesterday, wasn't it? Yes. About the guy with the baked bean in his pubes, and also the Tinder date where the guy drugs the girl with laxatives in order to get her to shit her pants. None of which I believe to be true. There was one that went round a lot in the early 2000s, where a couple who had a child with Down syndrome, who one day they took him to the zoo. I can't remember the full ins and outs of the story, but the upshot of it was that the kid steals a penguin from the zoo and they find it in the cupboard when they get back home. This seemed to do the rounds a lot, particularly at after parties, and was always met with much enjoyment, hooting and bafflement. Thinking about it now, the practicalities of anyone stealing a penguin from a zoo and getting it back home without anyone noticing is far-fetched beyond belief. That said, it's not out of the realms of possibilities that this was, as this was potentially what was happening with the Harambe incident in 2016. Makes you think. Big fan of the show, please don't read my name. Right, okay. Yeah. It's possible. I have heard, yeah, I do remember that doing the rounds after party, that story. Yeah, I wonder whether or not, does anyone else remember that story? I mean, I was taking a lot of drugs at the time. I don't quite remember. But yeah, that definitely penguin theft. Some sort of urban myth involving penguin theft definitely does come to mind. Anyway, thank you for that name redacted. Fourth and final bit of listener mail from Chris. Hey, you said you wanted people to write into the show with anything they thought. I just wanted to know why you give us male feminists such a hard time. We're just trying to fuck, bro. Why have you got to be such a cock block? You claim that you are for the guys and you stand up for men, yet you are constantly trying to cock block male feminists. Right? It's tough out here for a player. Not everyone can get girls by being decent, useful, interesting, funny, reliable, etc. Some of us have to turn to other methods. Don't be a hater, bro. We're just looking to sling that dick. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Hashtag Corbyn for PM. Chris, thank you for your mail in a way and your, I guess, honesty, Chris, male feminist. I kind of suspect you might secretly be Rob Waugh from the Metro. Look, I don't want to hate on a player, yeah? I'm not trying to cop block. I'm just saying, look, you should. There are better ways to get laid than effectively pretending to be something that you're not. Okay, guys, look, if you want to get girls, the best way is to, literally you listed, being decent, useful, interesting, funny and reliable. Like, that's a good list of targets, okay, to try and meet if you want to get girls, in my opinion, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are many female listeners. Tell us what you find attractive in a man. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Corbyn for PM. Well, I disagree with that. Okay, well, that's the list of mail for today. This has been an excellent segment. I would like this to continue. So yeah, please, if you have any comments on the show, any things you want me to discuss, any observations, or agony aunt problems, Auntie Rankin can get into that. Email me, will@threshold.fm, or send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, private message. So thanks for that, James Parry, Sam Bennett, name redacted, and Chris, hashtag male feminist. Right, let's play this potential bad boy bit. It's called Bashy Jungle Mix.
Yeah, man, they should know this, you know.
Taz on Facebook says, guys could laugh their way into my vagina. Seems reasonable.
Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, ay. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, boy. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy. Oh, you mean mad vibe, me come fi flash it, ay. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, ay. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, boy. Eliminator, disintegrator. Enough of them claim real, but enough of them are faker. Troublesome for my trial stator. Born informer, a traitor. Informer and defense, them a friend, them a mater. They will take away the food off of your plate. Concrete jungle living in a rat race. Machine cop on the door. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy. Oh, you mean mad vibe? Me come fi flash it, ay. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, ay. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, boy. Boom, bang, bang, bashy. bashy, bashy. Oh, you mean mad vibe? Me come fi flash it, hey. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, hey. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, lash it, lash this. Some man a keep me sin a this veteran, so you know say me na ramp with this. Musical from small, make you turn and twist. What's a move, make me see, say you fit. When I've gone a gym, but them still can't do it. Troublesome foundation can't go around this. Musical federation, look on artist, rock stone with the big gun just split. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy. Oh, you mean mad vibe? Me come fi flash it, hey. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, hey. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, boy. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy. Oh, you mean mad vibe? Me come fi flash it, hey. Boom, bang, bang, bashy, bashy, hey. Turn up the rhythm, come make me lash it, yeah, yo.
There seems to be a lot of confirmation in the chat about those urban myths. Everyone seems to have heard a penguin theft story. A couple of people claiming it's at zoos near them. Smiggles saying Dublin Zoo. Also, Squidgy Beats is saying Cotswold Wildlife Park. Yeah, Stin, I've heard this one as well. I once got told a dude stole a mentally challenged man thinking he was an elf while he was tripping on LSD. I've heard that one also. I do not believe it to be true.
Bashy, oh you mean mad vibe? Me come fi flash it, hey.
Jake Bunger, email address will@threshold.fm. will@threshold.fm. Send me mail.
Boom, bang, bang, bashy, hey.
This is Bashy, Jungle Mix by Potential Bad Boy. This is a great record. Just see myself enjoying this after a few red stripes. Red Stripe, definitely the official beer of drum and bass.
Flash it, hey.
Probably the official beer of Bristol as well. Sort of same thing, really. Sorry, that's Bashy by Potential Bad Boy, Jungle Mix. Great record. So listen, I threatened this Trance family story. As I mentioned, I go to this co-working space. It's in Elephant and Castle. Wi-Fi's good. They serve booze. They don't mind you doing gear in the toilets. It's a nice place. Anyway, it seems that at the moment it's mainly EDM DJs, and they're sweet, but they're quite loud and very Dutch. They are not that's a bad thing. They have money. They do have a lot of money though, and they don't mind spending it, which is fine by me. And they've always got gear, so you know, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Anyway, I was there yesterday afternoon trying to catch up on some emails. It's nice there because, yeah, like I said, I've got windows and other people and stuff, and there's a big old... I'm just working away. That morning, Ollie Parr. Morning, Danny. And anyway, I'm working away, trying to do some emails. I can hear a big rumpus behind me. Turn round. It's the usual offenders, the fun boys, as I call them. It's Tiesto, Van Buuren, and Garrix. Anyway, they've come in. They're causing trouble already. It's a pain in the ass. Tiesto, enormous sunglasses on. Very, very large, very dark sunglasses on. He can't see me... he can't see fuck all in them, basically. So he's come in, started bashing into tables, spilling drinks, all that sort of stuff. There's a rumpus. Garrix is running around after him, picking it all up. Garrix, because he's the youngest and the smallest of the group, he's kind of like the ship's boy. He's like the cabin boy. He does all the grunt work. And then Van Buuren's just sort of shooing people away and telling them to put drinks on his tab. Anyway, I turn back round, try and carry on with my emails, but then I hear bloody voice... big booming voice behind me. Show Rankin, you dubstep bum boy. You want a line of the chop chop? You know I got the good stuff, mate. You know I get it from source. Oh, fucking hell. Turn around, it's Tiesto. He's waving a massive like crisp packet-sized bag of chop at me. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Anyway, he's got it all over his sunglasses, all over his face. He's an absolute mess. All right. So I say, look, dude, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not even on the wets yet, which is a lie, because at this point I'm already like, it's 3 in the afternoon, so I'm like 3 lager tops in at this point. But I boiled dry, so there's no empties on the table, so I thought I'd try and string it out. He says, oh yes, I forgot. You're probably too busy eating burials whole arse, you dubstep woofty. Right, okay, I don't want to take the bait because, it'll escalate. And, there's like girls about and stuff, and they don't need to see this. But then at this point, the waiter comes over and puts down my 4th lager top. So the jig's up, basically. Oh, so you are on the blues fluid stand ranking, you saucy boy. You think you can pull the wool over Trance Pappy's eyes? Not this time. Close your MacBook. Me and you have got a date with the Colombian nose coffee. Come on, to the piscatorium. So, oh, fucking hell. So I have to go with him, basically, because like I said, there are girls there, and I need to save face. He's kind of got me over a barrel at this point. So we go to the toilets, and he starts racking up literally like elephant leg size lines of shovel, like next to the sink. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he's like, "Show, Rankin, when dubstep comes back around in like 15 years or something, you might get booked for one of those like, revival things that they do at the Butlins. Where you can take your kids and that, and mate, you can play that fucking meow meow tune. Get on your mic and do a vocal bit. The dads would fucking love that one. All the dads in the cargo shorts, they could smoke the vape. Yeah, listen to the meow meow tune again. Yeah, like that, wouldn't you, Rankin?" So like, I just roll my eyes because there's no point in kind of going down that road with him. I haven't made dubstep for 5 years, whatever, So, but anyway, he's spooning out the bloody karate powder like he's some sort of trance Scarface. So I try and change the subject. So like, oh, where'd you get all that chop from? Well, it looks pretty spicy. He's like, I stole it. Me and Garrix got into a tear-up earlier with a couple of wooks. And they started trying to tell us that Psytrance was the only true trance. And so we can't have that. So obviously the Trance family stepped in, bashed a few skulls and pocketed all their drugs. At that point, he hoofs an absolute showstopper of a bloody line. Oh, he's like, oh, fuck a duck. That's a serious whopper there. I've not felt one like that in a hot minute. At this point, I can hear like a weird little bit of laughter coming from one of the cubicles. I look round and there's like, you see like sort of dreadlocks like poking out from underneath one of the doors. And a voice comes from inside the cubicle. It's like, you think you can fuck with the Psytrance Mafia and get away with it? That nose up you got right there, it ain't from Colombia. More like a farm in Cumbria. Know what I mean? At this point, Tiesto realises something's up. All the colour drains out of his face, and he realises he's been dosed. It's not Escobar's finest nose beer, it's Dr. Doolittle's pokiest ketamine. Disaster. So he looks at me, he's like, Rankin, you've got to help me. And just collapses on the ground in a massive mess. At this point, Van Buuren and Garrix run into the bogs, screaming, don't take the gear, don't take the gear. At this point, obviously, it's too late. And the Wook walks past me and says, don't cross the Psytrance Mafia, you dubstep dick munch. All right, look, I'm not getting involved. But then, yeah, Garrix, Van Buuren, they're too late. Tiesto's already he's in another dimension at this point. So just scrape him up, take him out the fire exit out the back. There's that sort of 1-0 for the Psytrance Mafia, basically. No points for the Trance family. As I said earlier, I'm concerned that this is going to become a bloody war that is likely to spill out onto the streets. So, we'll see how it goes. I've got to go back there later in the week, so we'll see if there have been any developments. I'll keep you all clued in. I'm a bit like a sort of unnamed insider, except obviously I'm named. But yeah, think of me as the shadowy EDM insider. I'll bring you the good stuff. Don't you worry about that. Right, let's play this level a bit. I think it's on critical. Is it on critical? It's on critical. It's called Thrunk. Tiesto's a menace. He's going to get everyone in trouble. Chris Breaks referring to Chris saying, we've all been there. There's always some drunk Tiesto dick claiming they can do heroic lines of horse silencer. Horse silencer. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I'm concerned, I'm slightly worried about that. This is how, blood feuds start. The Trance family are going to retaliate. It's going to be rough. This is Leveler. Thrunk. It's on critical. My boy, Big Levs. Big Uncle Levs. That's what we call him down Brighton Way. Doing work. Good boy. Good freaking boy. Jesus, only 20 minutes of the show left. I haven't even covered any actual legitimate news. Well, I say legitimate news. Wink, wink. Look, I want to get into this. This is the Manchester Evening News here. Battle of the Banners, the bizarre dispute between one woman, her cat, and a building merchant. This sounds very fucking coffee and memes.
Lobsters.
This curious banner appeared outside a woman's house next door to building firm Travis Perkins in Sale. I don't know where Sale is. Is it near Deal? A lot of mitts today. Anyway, Wendy Snell, Big Wens, took matters into her own hands. I like it when members of the public take matters into their own hands. Not violence. I'm not talking about violence, but this is great. I'm a big fan of this. Travis Perkins depressed my cat. That cat looks pretty razzed off, to be fair. A banner bemoaning the impact of a builder's yard on a depressed cat has appeared outside a house in Sale. The bizarre slogan claiming Travis Perkins depressed my cat was draped outside a resident's house on Elm Grove. Wendy Snell ordered the banner after a building merchant's Travis Perkins hung a sign at the entrance to their yard on Thursday claiming it ruins her view. Nice. This is just the sort of disputes I enjoy, particularly when people take matters into their own hands. Wendy says that there has been an ongoing dispute between herself and the depot over its signage, describing the firm's latest banner as the final straw. She claims her cat, Wilf, is depressed as a result of the Travis Perkins site. Yet bosses at Travis Perkins say they have worked with residents regarding their concerns about the site for years. Wendy, 44, said Travis Perkins went and put up a sign right outside my front door. You can see on the picture how it's ruined my view, and on top of that, there's racking everywhere. If it's not the fracking, it's the racking. What has that ruined what view is that ruined? Of their car park? Of their bins? Oh, I really like looking at the Travis Perkins bins. Now they've gone and put a sign up saying mega trade opening. There she is, Wendy Snell, arms crossed, not happy. She's not keen. She looks jacked. Like, is she on steroids? I would not have a fight with her. She looks like she could easily have a tear up. Like, Jesus, you'd be, drunk, joking about the, oh yeah, come on, I'll fight, and then poof, you go down like a sack of spuds. Jesus. They already know us very well. I've complained to the council about one of their permanent signs when they put this big board outside my house. I was quite pleased because it was taken down. But then on Thursday, they put this banner up saying now open. I was fuming. That's when I decided to order my own banner. Da-na-na. I was fuming. Yeah, I ordered my own banner. It's not the first time Wendy and residents have taken on Travis Perkins. When the firm lodged a planning application to expand its site in 2017, residents objected based on traffic and noise levels. Wendy, a business support manager, said her latest move was a tongue-in-cheek message to the building merchants. I wonder whether or not, like, her and her family, I don't know if she lives alone or whether or not she's got a boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whatever, or, she must have discussed that with someone, like, right, they want to do signs? I'm going to do signs as well. All right, well, what are you going to put? How about Travis Perkins, bunch of bastards? All right, yeah, I mean, it's fairly blunt, says what needs to be said. Quite offensive. People might try and get you to take that down based on the grounds that it's offensive. Right. How about Travis Perkins, absolute sods? All right, marginally less offensive, no swearing as such. I think you could probably use sods on daytime TV. But again, I think you need to be... How about marginally more esoteric than that? Something a bit more left field. Come on, we've got to get the press on side for this. They're going to want it to be a little bit... They're going to be more sensational. Travis Perkins shagged my cat? Do you have any evidence to back that up with? No, I mean, they didn't. It's just no, okay. I like the cat angle, though. The cat angle is nice. Again, but we've got to take this more esoteric. Travis Perkins depressed my cat. Nice. Because can you prove depression in a cat? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a vet. I don't play one on the internet. Beautiful. Yeah, this is great. Yes! Travis Perkins depressed my cat. Right, we need to... Right, okay, get some costs. We need to find out... we need to get some reasonable price banner quotations. I'll get on Photoshop and knock something up. Right, we need a picture of the cat looking sad. Okay, he doesn't look that sad. Here's one. Can we get him where his eyes are sort of... Get him while he's blinking, so he looks a bit like... Brilliant, perfect. Right, we need the Travis Perkins green... And look, they've even... Yeah, it's great. Look, and there's the cat stood in front of the sign. He looks absolutely razzed off. The cat is taking on the proper angry people in local newspapers pose as well. It stood in the street looking hacked off. Brilliant. That's amazing. It was a peaceful protest, said Wendy. My cat Wilf doesn't get to hurt anymore. What? Oh, doesn't get to hunt anymore. He used to be able to go straight onto the River Mersey, but he can't now. That would piss him off. He looks like a nice boy. Good floofy boy. I do think he is depressed. It's not a big issue, but as a street, we have continually complained. Their sign was the last straw, hence my banner. A spokesman for Travis Perkins said, "We want to be a good neighbour, and we have a long and well-established heritage in Elm Grove, where there has been a builder's merchant for more than 100 years. After purchasing an adjoining business with dilapidated buildings and being granted planning permission for developing the site, we have made considerable investments and now employ 12 people from the local community. Throughout the development, we have worked with local residents regarding their concerns, and we will do so. Any more of this bollocks, however, and we will kill that cat." Whoa, big words there to finish off the story from Travis Perkins. Damn. Well, you don't want to hack off the animal rights lot because they might, I don't know, chain themselves to, some of that racking. I mean, it's the issue with racking. Very easy to chain yourself to. So, just watch out, Travis Perkins. What I'm saying, just bloody well watch out. Okay, should we have another look? Let's have this other signal bit. It's called In Black. It's with Synergy. B-side of Exile. Do we do B-sides anymore? Jake Bunga, I think he's calling the cat a slag, presumably. Lee saying, a podcast who I go running with bought a banner and made a joke about how successful the podcast was because they could afford a 30 quid banner. Coming up at 11, your boy Parallaxed with the roll call from 11 till 12. So if you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, you're going to want to swing on over to threshold.fm for some fine ass shoe throwers. That is In Black by Signal and Synergy. I don't know what label it's on. You're gonna have to look. You are gonna have to do some work yourselves. But it's out now. It's a great record. I'm a fan. I'm keen. Right, let's have a skint mum made almost 10 grand by charging married men to date her. Bad married men. You should not be paying to date other women. A single mum There she is. She looks like she'd be fun to hang out with. Looks like a good times girl. A skint single mum has made almost 10 grand by charging wealthy married men to date her. It's a decent side hustle. Brittany Boone, 26, says it has been a massive lifestyle change for her. The mum, from North Carolina, claims before this childcare costs were taking up most of her wages from her sales job. Having previously dabbled in the sugar daddy websites, making around $9,000 in 3 years, she was strapped for cash after having her daughter, Brittany. She realised that she would have to find another way to make extra cash. So when a friend told her about a dating site where affluent suitors bid generously for the chance to go on a first date with attractive singletons, it was an ideal solution. But Brittany, who as well as being paid by her dates, has been showered with gifts like designer jewellery, exotic holidays and shopping sprees, is keen to refute the claims that it is like escorting, which the site specifically bans. Okay. While I am on the site for its financial incentives and not to find love, it's a completely different thing. Okay. Prostitutes are paid for a very, very specific thing, whereas I am paid for my time, and there is no pressure to do anything I don't want to. I can understand why people think that as money is involved, but actually, I've only slept with one man I met on the site who I ended up in a relationship with anyway. I thought they were married. You homewrecker. Anyone else I've met, I see more as a mentor. Okay, cool. Apart from, who wrote this? Hattie Gladwell. Never heard of you. I thought better of you though. Oh no, I've lost it now. Apart from a brief relationship with a friend she had known for 6 years and who is the father of her child, Brittany has been single for around 3 years before joining the dating website. During that time, she used a number of sugar daddy-style websites, although she found this could be detrimental to her real romantic life. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's going to be a bit of a tricky one to spin to actual, genuine potential suitors. Oh, yeah, so I can't come out tomorrow night because I'm going on a date with a married man. Don't worry, I'm being paid for it. All right, if you've got to work, that's fine. She explained, guys either respect the fact that I'm doing this, so me and my daughter don't have to go without, but they really, really do not like it. Yeah. Then after, I mean, I think, the other way around. I mean, I think if you were a single lass and you met a nice boy and he was like, yeah, anyway, thing is, I get paid by rich women to take them out and stuff. You were like, well, like on dates and stuff. Yeah. Could you not? Could you do something else? Why, I hear brickies are in demand. Why don't you start a podcast? Why don't you start a Patreon? She continued, I know people will read this and think, why didn't you just get another job? Well, I imagine this is pretty well, this is much better paid than doing a sales job. As long as you're being safe. She has a strict routine. People will think, why do you not just get a job? But I'm a single mum. I can't work 24/7 without seeing my child. She has a strict routine and she needs me to be there. I looked into the option of childcare too, but it would be around £1,000 a month, which is the majority of my monthly salary, if you are low paid or on minimum wage. I got to the point where I think I really couldn't afford that much at all. It was really tough. Since going on the dates with Rick, married men, Brittany's finances have completely changed. I think that's supposed to say rich. Okay. Since going on the dates with rich married men, Brittany's finances have completely changed. And though the website is for dating and finding real connection, she says her incentives are financial, not romantic. Damn, I mean, just those poor rich married men that are on this that are just looking for romance and they're just getting fleeced. Those poor innocent rich married men looking to pay women to go, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I have to be honest, my sympathy does wane slightly. On average, she receives 76 quid for a lunch, between 76 and 150 quid for a lunch or dinner date. That's not bad, is it? And between 304 and 609 for overnight meetups. Okay. Money has helped her support herself and her child. Well, good for her. On top of the money, I've been given gifts like a Cartier bracelet and trips to Dubai, she said, listing some of the other perks of joining the site. On one occasion, a guy gave me a credit card and let me go on a £609 spending spree in all my favourite stores. It's I don't know whether or not Hayley would be that keen on it, but I might try and float the idea of whether or not I could do this with sort of rich cougar types. Married, sure. Hopefully, as long as their husbands aren't too tough. Because if their husbands are really tough, then I don't want anything to do with it. Because they might beat me up, they might biff me, and if I get too biffed, I'm not going to be able to do the show. Right, listen, guys. End of the show. What have we learnt? That there is a war going on between the Trance family and the Psytrance Mafia that is almost certainly going to cause bloodshed, heartache, tears, and spilt gear. It's not good. It's not good. Listen, coming up at 11 is our boy Parallaxed with Roll Call, so hang around for that. Get onto threshold.fm to listen. Get onto the iPhone app, the Android app, and have a bloody good time doing it. Just to shout out the VIP list. Also, VIP list, remember you've got $5 in your threshold.fm accounts now, and there are these rather delightful fridge magnets that say drink coffee, make memes, throw shoes. They're a $5 all in, including postage worldwide, so you can get one of those free. Just have it, just go on the store, order it. Or you can get mugs, normal threshold mugs now, they're a tenner. Get them, bloody get them. You know, they're good. You know, prove to your friends and co-workers that you've joined a death cult. They probably wouldn't believe you otherwise. And get your name read out at the end of the show. So thank you to everyone that is supporting on Patreon, supporting the show financially and helping me put all this crazy mess together. I love you. It's Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Barry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffin, Lynn, the Menace Unman, Dan, fucking Morris, Account, SDDs, Justin Mez, Ramsey C, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coca Shiva, Dan Nelson, Taron Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Sergeant, actually Superior, Drum Bass, Nicholas Lawsey, Damon Ronan, Chris Brates, The Build, Carissa Barthelson, Odin Bates. She was congratulating me on getting her name right the other day, and now I've fucking smashed it. Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Daniel Jenry, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Laws, Grant Sullivan, Not That, Tom Robinson, subscribe on YouTube, Greg Cornford, Grace Sellers, and Dab Smasher. Thank you all so much for your patronage. It means the absolute effing world to me. I appreciate the fuck out of a lot of you. You're all wonderful folks. Well, look, there's a minute and a half of the show left. Oh, yeah, look, come on, guys. 25th of May.
Lobsters.
Lobster meet-up. Threshold all-dayer at the Star by Hackney Downs. We will be there from 1 in the afternoon to 1 in the morning, dropping shoe throwers, drinking wets, taking the Lord's name in vain, generally behaving badly. There'll probably be some shoe throwing. I don't know whether or not I can condone that actually within the pub, but certainly outside in the park. I think we're going to host some sort of shoe throwing competition to win a golden Air Max 90. That's a pretty cool prize, I think. What's happened to the chat? It's gone. Has it disappeared? Has it died? What's going on? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know anything. I'm just a man in a room with a lobster doing his best. Yeah, again, listener mail. If you want to send me an email or send me a message for me to read out on the show, please do. Either send a DM on Facebook or Discord or email me, will@threshold.fm, and I'll read that shit out. I mean, you can send one in insulting me if you want. It's up to you. You know, freedom of speech and everything. Just, I guess don't say anything illegal. That's probably a fair line. No death threats. No threats of violence. No racial slurs. I think that's probably fine, isn't it? Guys, thanks for listening. I'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Listen to Roll Call by Parallax now on Threshold.fm. I love you. Goodbye.